Hey guys, it's it's I don't know why I can't think right now. It's it's Thursday today, and it's getting down to the wire. The problem is, I'm just wondering, like, even if I get going on the college stuff, I just I just fear that they're gonna need my ID. And I still haven't gotten it because well, I mean, to be honest, I've been kind of lazy about doing it, but I mean, with how long it took for me to get my ID the first time, I'm scared to see how long it will take this time. And so I'm scared about that because, I bet you classes are going to start pretty soon. And I doubt that I'll have my ID ready by then. I mean, the one thing that's good about this is it's like, if I don't have my ID, like, this is actually a pretty good excuse. I mean, I will say, like, Dad and I haven't had the best relationship over the last couple days. In fact, last night, he, like, randomly decided to come down because apparently he woke up because of my noise. And the thing is, I'm convinced what's going on is he wakes up all by himself. Either he just, wakes up in the middle of the night randomly, because sometimes we do. Either that, or like he woke up because he was snoring, because I know he snores, and I know Mom snores, or something else. Like he wakes up from something that wasn't caused by me at all, but he hears me doing stuff in the kitchen, and he doesn't know what else it could be, so he just assumes it's me. And the reason why I say this is because I wasn't making any more noise than I would any other day. If anything, the food I was cooking, it was more quiet, you know. And I don't know, he's been kind of pissed at me, but I mean, this is a better excuse than a lot of the other ones, because Dad knows I lost my wallet, so he knows I'm not like making anything up, and he knows I'm probably gonna need my ID for this stuff, and if I don't have it, I'm not gonna have all the information I need to do this, and I would think it would be especially important to have my ID because obviously I'm the one who wants to get into college, so they're definitely going to need the ID. So honestly, I kind of hope it does arrive too late, because I mean, if this were any other reason, Dad probably wouldn't believe me. I don't know. I'm hoping that after this, I can just convince Dad to just let's drop the college thing for now, especially because like this is pretty much the last semester of the year. I'm hoping I can convince him to just drop the college thing for now, because I really would rather focus on getting a job first. That's what I wanted to do, but that's what I wanted to do first anyway, because I wasn't sure about college in the first place. And while I do feel like I'm more wanting to do it than before, I still feel like for me, getting a job is a priority, is the main priority. So anyway, but yeah, so it's Thursday. This has been my PJ shirt for the week. It's actually really nice. Yeah, and so I haven't updated you guys in quite a while. So my last update was, well no. Well, no, my last update was before we went to Costco, when I was talking to you about how I wasn't sure if I was going to go to the Bonnie Lake Chase. Um, so, um, oh, also, when I went to Hagen, usually when I go to Hagen and I buy the larger bottles of soda, I buy the ones that are like 1.25 liters, but I decided to bite the bullet and just buy a 2 liter one. Um, anyway, but, that's kind of what I was last talking about. So, here's where some bad news come in. So, there was some good news and some bad news about that day. Although the bad news was pretty bad, so I don't think that it outranks any of the good news, unfortunately. But but so we went to Costco, and Dad did let me agree to take my coins along, although reluctantly. And we were trying to get back before 4 because it was snowing like the whole day, guys, that day. Oh, and that's long gone by now. I mean, we've actually had warmer weather these last couple days, and believe it or not, the cherry blossoms are already starting to bloom. So I'm pretty sure the snow is over for the year. But this was March 13th, I believe. So last Friday, it was snowing like all day, and it really did not even fully stop until probably sometime at night, because we legitimately thought it was going to stop, and the only time it really did stop was when we moved more down the hill, because this is the thing about our area is whenever we get snow, it's the most concentrated in our neighborhood. Like, the snow is usually the heaviest and comes down the most in our neighborhood, because we're on a hill, so the worst of it is usually right where we are. So it didn't look nearly as bad once we got on the road, but again, that's because we got further and further away from the hill. And even when we were down the hill, it was still kind of snowing and raining. So we ended up doing Chase first. And I ended up returning everything except for a few of the nickel rolls. I didn't end up returning. Um, those, other than a few of the nickel rolls, and I think some of the other pennies, I I returned all the quarters, and the dimes, and some of the nickels. Oh, and I also ended up making I think I ended up making like a roll of $50, no, a roll of dollar coins. I ended up putting together a roll of dollar coins also. Um, so okay, so I went in there, and because my main goal was to get a bunch of quarters. I said I was wanting to return some coin into my checking, and um, I asked if they had any half dollars. I actually had $40, and then $5 loose. 550 loose. There was nothing in any of those rolls, by the way. I hunted them ahead of time. And I was like, okay, I'm trying to get all quarters, but apparently they had like no quarters. Cause again, this is the Bonnie Lake Chase, so this is one of those banks where they kind of tell you what they have. Like, I've noticed, you don't really go in there asking what you want. So I asked, well, and so I was asking about other denominations, and she was like, well, I don't know. So I was like, okay, so what do you have that you can do? And I was also asking, the usual thing about pennies, because I knew if there was any bank that I would have the best chance of getting some pennies, even if I end up risking that they might be searched, this is the bank. And so she was like going through her inventory. Apparently, she had like a ton of dimes. And so, I wanted to get, because I had $300. She asked how much money I wanted to take out, and I said about 300. And I was already um so then she was like, she had like $100 in nickels, but she was only willing to give me like $40 worth for some reason. So, there was $40 in nickels, there was the half dollars, and then she was like, I actually have $14 in pennies. So I actually did get more pennies at that bank. And then, but that was only like around $100. So because she had like $1,200 in dimes, she was like, what if I add $200 in dimes? So that's what I ended up getting. None of it looks blatantly searched. So, and then, we went to Costco and everything, and, I knew Dad was going to bring pizzas back. So, we got pizzas from Costco. And I don't know where this happened. I don't know how this happened. Apparently, I lost my wallet. Either I dropped it outside, I left it outside somewhere, or left it in Costco somewhere. Because the last place we went was to Costco. And obviously I had my wallet. In fact, I know I also had my wallet after we were done shopping, because I was getting out some quarters to put to get a water bottle. And I don't know if I set it down there, like either that, or I left it in the cart, or somehow I dropped it. But I just can't believe that I dropped it, because at the time my wallet was full of so many heavy, was full of a bunch of coins, so I feel like I would have heard it. But I don't know how I could have dropped it. Like, normally with things like this, I eventually would come to the realization, like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't. None of this makes sense. I have no idea where I could have dropped it. But, and this is one of those things where it's like, usually in situations like this, it would turn up. I would eventually find it somewhere, and, like, who knows? I guess there's a very, very slim chance it might, but I genuinely think I lost my wallet this time. So, I had to cancel my cards and everything, and I've already ordered a replacement card. So, the good thing is, because Chase still has that, $100 limit rule, I can still get up to $100. So my goal was to go in there and get $100 in quarters. It's not a crap ton of quarters, but at least it's a little bit. Plus, I didn't have a whole lot of cash to end with at that point anyway, because I was buying all those dimes. So I would have only been, if I wanted to do quarters, I would have only been able to buy like 10 rolls anyway. So, I took the rest of the nickel rolls, I took some of the pennies, and I took the rest of those half dollars, and I went over to the Chase and A Street, but they only had 2 rolls of quarters to give me. And that is what I'm stuck with as far as coins go. So, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, but, I don't know. I was kind of tempted to see what I'm going to do today, because originally, I was kind of thinking about hunting the coins today. That's also kind of why I was waiting to open this, because I didn't want to open this until I started hunting the coins, because I wanted a soda to drink with while I'm hunting. But I think I might hunt them either tomorrow or sometime in the weekend. I don't know, like, I was also kind of tempted to ask Mom to take me to the bank again, but and I'm not fully not considering that. I just want to kind of see what happens. Like, I want to play it by ear, and it's like, if I get the impression that like she is really, really willing, then I might try to just hunt him Friday night. But if not, I'll probably hunt him Saturday or Sunday. And then I also, like, I even went up to Monday. I ended up going walking up to the Chase up here, and I returned some more pennies, and they didn't have any new coin. So, even then, I was still stuck with the coin I had. Now, you know, I was originally thinking about just, either hunting the coins or just staying home, but I think I'm going to go out to Hagen again. Um, and I'm going to see if I can try to get another roll. I'm going to see if I can try to buy a roll of quarters from the cashier. I haven't done this in a while. And, like, I feel like as I go along here, I feel like I'm starting to realize why the cashiers are so hesitant about that, because unless they have like a crap ton more rolls stored away, I mean, cashiers only have like one or two rolls of each denomination for the whole day. So I imagine they're pretty dang hesitant to sell many rolls of quarters. But I just, I only have two, so I mean, if I get another one, if you think about it, I'm expanding on the amount of quarters I have dramatically. If you think about it, you know, it's only one roll, but considering I have only two rolls of quarters already, why not try to add a third one? So I think I'm gonna try to do that today, if possible. I haven't tried to do it in a while, so it could be good or bad. Um, Luckily, it's not a roll of pennies I'm asking for. It's funny, I actually had an easier... over the last few days, I actually had an easier time getting pennies than I did quarters. I mean, because if you remember, I didn't... and I still have another, like, $13 of customer at pennies from that $25 that I got, because I didn't want to hunt all the pennies, if you remember. So I have still like $25 in customer at pennies. So, and obviously I also have I think it was $11.50 in machine wrap pennies as well. So I have almost $40 in pennies. So, but yeah. Um, so yeah, it's kind of funny. It's actually been easier getting pennies lately than it has been getting quarters. And like, I don't know. I was thinking also, like, I don't know if it's just I'm starting to realize that maybe I was also being a little, like, too much of a Debbie Downer about pennies. Like, I think most banks are actually willing to give me pennies when they have them. Like, I don't think that they're completely unwilling to ever, to even give me one or two rolls, which most of the time most banks do. But I think they are willing to give me some pennies whenever they can. Heck, even the Chase up here has given me a couple penny rolls. So, realistically, I mean, and again, who knows? Either I was just jumping the gun a bit, and most banks are willing to give me pennies when they can, or I've just gotten really lucky over the past, like, month. Um, I got, $15 at the bank in Puyallup. I got $25 in the bank in Covington, and then I got $14 just last Friday, all in the span of a month. So I don't know if I just got lucky or if I'm realizing banks are actually willing to give me pennies. Like, or either that or people are actually returning pennies. Like, people are returning them. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Hagen. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Hagen. But I'm gonna shower though. I have also kind of debated showering, like, at the not at the, like, the end of the day, not necessarily like at nighttime, but like when I use, because when I used to shower around 4 p.m. And when it was weekends, I used to shower in the, well, No. Well, when I was in CVA, what I used to do, I used to shower in the morning during the weekdays. And then on Thursday, I would shower at the same time I did on weekends because I ended up I took Friday off every day that day, or that around that period. And I would shower around 4. So I've tempted to start doing that again, showering towards the end of the day. Because I don't know, I feel like showering just takes a lot of like energy and mood out of me. Like, I feel like by the time I'm done showering, I'm just not in the mood to talk to anyone. I don't know. I feel like it just drains something out of me when I shower. But I also, like, I've been doing it for a while. I just hate not being showered. Like, spending the whole day not being showered. But I guess if I'm waking up in the afternoon anyway, does it really matter? I don't know. Anyway, I have kind of debated about that because it also makes it a whole lot easier when we're going places because, you know, mom and grandma and everyone, if we're, going somewhere, we don't really have to wait up for, they don't have to wait up for me. So, I don't know. I've kind of thought about that, but I think I'm going to go to Hagen again today. See if I can get a roll of quarters. But yeah, so that is that. Oh, by the way, Grandma and I walked yesterday, and I found one of these little mini rubber hands on the ground. It was a sensation yesterday. But yeah, I've been so bored lately. I've actually started watching some Star Trek: The Next Generation episodes recently. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna shower. When I hunt those pennies, I'm really hoping to find an old wheat penny because, well, I did get a steel penny in, one of the last couple times I hunted pennies. I don't have I don't have nearly as many opportunities to get any old wheat pennies. So, I really want to. Oh, and I'm excited about the 1909 VDB because Mom bought that for me, and it's in like low mint state condition. So, yeah. Anyway, I've also been taking out another proof penny out of my proof penny lot every single day. Man, there are more proof pennies in here than I thought. But yeah. I'm surprised I haven't gotten to the 1954 one yet, because I've been pulling proof after proof, and I still haven't gotten to it. But, yeah. There have been some duplicates in this lot, but, yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm kind of, running along here, so, the only other thing I want to say is, as of me filming this right now, I haven't technically uploaded the video of me talking to you guys before we went to Costco and when it was snowing outside. I haven't actually uploaded that video yet. So I want to upload that soon because I don't want these videos to get too mixed up as far as dates. Like, I want to start uploading these the day that I film them. So I don't want to get too mixed up and have to like wait to postpone. I mean, I guess I don't have to in theory wait to postpone this one. I could just upload this video today because it's going to be all one clip especially, and upload that other clip just another day, and I just, mark it as what date it's from. So I could do that. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Also, um, I finally broke the streak of finding absolutely nothing in the Hagen Coinstar. It was only in the reject tray, and it was only a regular quarter, but that's like the first coin that I have found in that Coinstar in months. So who knows? Maybe that means I'll get stuff again. So anyway, I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna stop this video. Unfortunately, it is raining again. I say, man, the rain has really. I really hate the rain lately. Like, I feel like I'm in one of those moods where I really, really wished it was sunny. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like everything would be a bit better if it was sunny outside right now. Especially because it's like, it's been warm outside. So, it's like, at least if it's going to be warm, why can't it be sunny? It's like this every freaking day. So, anyway. Um, yeah, I'll end this. I think I recapped to you guys how the hunt went. Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I told you guys how the hunt went in the first video I uploaded on this channel. As far as me doing these videos on here again. The last thing I'm going to say before I end this is, other than a little more added convenience doing these videos on this channel, I also hope that